Hi everyone, we're here today outside Mount Gravatt Police Station where we have several spokespeople from Refugee Solidarity in Mianjin meeting with the Australian Border Force and QPS because a few weeks ago Refugee Solidarity in Mianjin demanded that the 120 refugees detained inside the Kangaroo Point prison be allowed freedom of movement, that they be allowed to go outside for a walk, to meet their friends, to hug their family members. And we said if Australian Border Force doesn't meet that demand, thousands of people will march on and occupy a major arterial road in Brisbane, Mianjin. And today, Australian Border Force would not let these refugees themselves be a part of this meeting. So we're here with their art work around us and some poetry and a recording from them. We will be amplifying their voices in this meeting. We're playing a recording from one of the men inside the meeting to ABF. We'll make sure that their voices are heard in this fight. And we're going to play that recording that's being played inside at the moment, right now.
Has been 7 years. We locked up in a detention for no crime. And all our friends, which is they came with us in the same boat, they are free. This is couple of years they are free. And they are living their life. And we still kept it in a detention for no reason. All of us, we are sick mentally and physically. And as long as we are in a detention, nobody will get better, and all what we get is worse and worse. And what we asking for is our freedom, just to be free as a human being. That's the only thing we want, nothing else. Because when we are free, we could deal with our all problems. We can get better mentally, physically, and all over our life will change, and we will get much, much better. But as long as we are in a detention, nobody will get better, and all of whatever we see is just destroying us in a detention. We demanding our freedom, to be free as a human being. Thank you.
So that was one of the refugees inside Kangaroo Point demanding freedom. I want to acknowledge that they're demanding freedom on stolen, unceded land. This sovereignty was never ceded over this land here, and the colonial forces of this government are killing refugees by locking them up in indefinite detention when they are welcome into the community. We know that the representatives inside this meeting have the power to release these men into community detention and to allow them freedom of movement from the compound. This is one very small demand and part of the campaign to have them out of that detention centre by Christmas time. There is not negotiations happening today. This is a demand, and if they don't meet it, we will take a major arterial road and we will sit down and block it until these men are given some freedoms. And now we're just going to hear some poetry from some of the men inside.
So I'm just going to read a poem from one of the men inside of Kangaroo Point Detention Centre. These men are beautiful and passionate human beings with such depth and struggle, and it's really important that we listen to their voices. This poem is called Happy Fish. Tired of the ocean, I have reached you, sigh from the bottom of my heart. I honestly shared my grief with you, and you wrote with enthusiasm all the pain, suffering and hardship on your paper. The rainbows of my dream, a beautiful image, had formed in my mind. With all the mountains of sorrow on my shoulders, I was happy. and your love in my eyes was the epitome of a rose. I shouted your name all the way. The spears of the waves pierced my whole body. I got lost in the waves, and neither the ocean, nor the dolphins, nor my boat came to fight with me. Clouds, rain, and the sun united to destroy me. My hands were shaking from the cold. What fantasies did I have? What dreams did I have? Was fantastic. When I reached you, I just realized the huge wave of the ocean. Severe sunburn, clouds, my boat, they loved me. We tried to tell me they didn't know my language, to help me understand that I'm going in the wrong way. And the beautiful fish that you love, she doesn't love you. She just loves to torture you. There are a lot of breaks in love, and this is a war on the lover.
Next to me are friends whose souls are like summer, rain, clear, whose hearts are like a dream pond, beautiful, who have been imprisoned deep in pain in their chests for 7 years. When I look at their faces, I would like to help them, but alas, I feel that pain in my chest too, and how painful it is to see pain, but you can't do anything. And you have to go into your shell and about this nasty life. There are bad times, and some people grow up, playing with blood and love it. You will laugh so much that lava will flow from your eyes instead of tears. Mountains will be formed, and for the first time you can go to the top of those and caress the dandelions and feel the fresh smell of the dew and talk about your endless plane to the mountains. Eagles and the migratory swallows, maybe they will find a solution. Oh my lord, this madman fantasizes again. Another poem, and this one is called Fly. Hear this advice from me: get out of here before your wings burn. Fly. You have just arrived. You still don't know. You just saw our laughter. If you follow our destruction, if you want to feel our torment, stay with us. Be kind with us. Burn with us.
Do you want to do a chant? Do you want to do a chant? Yeah, 7 years. No? Yeah.
So to wrap up, we're here because there are thousands of refugees that Australian Border Force has illegally, indefinitely detained. It's been over 7 years now. We hit 7 years a couple of weeks ago. And these people are dying because of indefinite detention. They are being killed by Australian Border Force. All we want is, by 4 p.m. on Wednesday, for Australian Border Force to agree that these men at Kangaroo Point Central Hotel and Apartments, aka prison, will be allowed to go for a walk outside. That is all we want today. So there are several spokespeople from Refugee Solidarity Meanjin inside this police station talking with Australian Border Force right now. They're not negotiating. This demand needs to be met, or we will occupy a major arterial road to demand their freedom. So we'll keep everyone updated in the coming hours with the results of this meeting. But be ready to see you on Saturday at noon. We are meeting at Raymond Park unless this demand is met.